So I want to show a very simple way to make the Sierpinski Triangle. I am going to start with just creating a triangle. I'm going to use the polygon tool here. And I'm not going to worry about having an actual equilateral triangle. I'm just going to allow it to be whatever shape that I want. In order to make the polygon, I just need to close off with the last point being connected to one of the other points. Okay, so here's my triangle. I'm going to find, I don't know, I'm going to find some other color that I kind of like. I'm going to try for maybe, I like that color, Spindrift. Okay, so Sierpinski's triangle, the idea of it is I want I want to find the midpoints of all of these sides, and so that I can make this piece here. And I'm going to copy then the whole triangle into each of these outside pieces. So I'm going to get rid of that. So the first thing I need to do is I need to construct the midpoints. If I select these three sides, I can go to the construct menu and construct the midpoints. Okay, and now I am actually ready to go. I can select the 3 points of my triangle, and I'm going to go to transform, iterate, and this is asking me, where do these 3 points go? It's first asking me where this point goes, and so I'm going to put that, I'm going to first map into this lower left triangle. So I'm going to put that here, and then it says, where does this point go? And that is going to be corresponding to this point here. And then it highlights this, where does this point go? And that's going to go here. I'm going to go to structure and add a new map. And it's asking me, where does this point go? I'm going to map that up into the upper triangle. So I'm going to go here. It asks me where this goes. That's that one. And then where does this go? That's over here. And one more map. I'm going to go here, here, and here. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and click iterate. Now I can, if I click on it, I can right click and say increase iterations like that. Or I can also, with it selected, I can use the plus key or the minus key to subtract iterations, plus key to add iterations. All right. So one more thing about this is you might notice that it's actually showing me lots of different stages all at once. So this is showing me not only, it has a layer on the second stage of the iteration and then also the third stage. I don't want that. So I'm going to look at the properties of this. And in the iteration tab, I'm going to say I want the final iteration only. Okay. Now when I select this and hit my plus key on my keyboard, it's only giving me the stage that I want and not all of those stages layered together. All right, the one other thing that I like to add as a control, I'm going to go ahead and delete this whole thing. I like to add a new parameter. So if I go to number, new parameter, and I can call it the depth or the stage or the step. So I like to call it depth. And I am going to change that number to 2 right now. It's important when you actually make it that you reset it as the number 2 or 3 or some other whole number that doesn't have any decimal points after it. Okay. That's over here, hiding underneath the toolbar. So now, oops. Where's want to get rid of those. Okay. So now I'm going to, again, select these 3 points. And I'm just going to keep track. I went lower left, and then upper, and then lower right. And then I'm going to select the depth. That has to be the last thing I select. Go to the transform menu. And when I hold, it says iterate here. But if I hit the shift key on my keyboard, look at what happens. Okay, and I'm going to let go of the shift key. So this says I want to iterate to depth. And so that uses that parameter that I set up. So I'm going to start with my lower triangle. Remember I did lower, up, lower left, upper, and then lower right. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 as my first triangle. Add new map. 1, 2, 3 as my second triangle. Add new map. And 1, 2, 3 as my third triangle. I'm going to go into the display menu and say I want the final iteration only, and say iterate. And now I'm going to, I right clicked on this and I'm going to hide that triangle. Now I can actually go and highlight my depth parameter. And so I don't have this piece highlighted anymore, which is a little bit nice. So just with the depth parameter highlighted, I can use, again, the plus and minus key on my keyboard. So here's the plus key to increase the depth, or the minus key to decrease. And something else that's pretty cool is now I can even, change the way that my triangle is oriented, and I can change that up.